being an old guy, I'm not what you'd call an expert on computers, computer knowledge, and whatever. But I do know enough to know that there's a group of people out there that loosely call themselves anonymous. And I know that these folks that are called anonymous are experts at hacking. Now, I was thinking to myself just recently, there's not much doubt that the Russians did a whole bunch of stuff to screw around with our elections. I have to be honest with you and tell you that the United States is not exactly have little rosy hands when it comes to messing with other countries' elections. Whether it was overthrowing an elected president in Iran before the United States and England put the Shah in, helping to topple virtually every government in South and Central America with our Central Intelligence Agency, pouring gasoline onto the fire with Radio Free Europe, and so on. I know, it's okay if we do it, but whoa, no other country better do it to us. Now, I don't want you to think that I'm excusing it. Russia messed with our elections, there's no question. And the fact that Hillary Clinton's folks were that loose with the computers, the fact that we had a spineless, wonderful man, but a spineless president who did absolutely nothing, read my lips, nothing to stop them, including calling an absolute constitutional halt to the election. He did nothing. Mr. Obama, you did nothing. You are as guilty as James Comey, as guilty as the Russians, and as guilty as picking Hillary Clinton for the loss as anybody else. But having said that, that's not what I wanted to talk about. I really want to ask these folks that are called anonymous for help. I am asking anonymous, not only for myself, but for every American citizen and non-citizen, and for everybody on this globe. You need to take action. You need to dethrone the lunatic. You need to get into the archives, and you need to show us the last 20 years of his income tax. You need to take every email that's ever come across this computer and shoot it onto the internet. You need to destroy Donald Trump before he destroys this nation. Donald Trump is getting ready to meet with Vladimir Putin. We have absolutely no clue, zero clue, what he's going to give Putin. But I can guarantee you one thing. He's going to give Vladimir Putin whatever the hell Vladimir Putin wants, because Donald Trump and his chillin' owe the Russian banks, the Russian mafia, and the Russian government hundreds of millions of dollars. Everybody knows it. The problem is we can't prove it. Anonymous, it's up to you. You need to ride in on your white horse, black horse, polka dot horse, whatever the hell horse you have. You need to ride in, and you need to save this country. After all, it was hackers that helped put us in this mess. And yes, obviously it wasn't you. We know that. But are you going to sit back and allow people to think that the Russian hackers are 10 times what you are? No, no, no. You should be able to get out there and hack every conceivable thing out of his computer, out of Manafort's computer, out of Flynn's computer. I don't know what the hell that weird guy's name is that Chris Hayes had on, who, I don't know what his name is, but anyway, you have the ability to get this information. And you have the knowledge and the ability, and you should, I hope, have the will to turn around and show it to all of us. Never mind dealing with WikiLeaks. Never mind that. Just hack it and throw it on the internet. Let's see those 20 years of income tax. Let's see all those hundreds of millions he owes to Russia. Let's see the emails that he was sending up and back to his friends. Well, I don't know that he has friends. I think he has followers. I think there's a whole big difference between friends and followers. I know the press likes to talk about Donald John Trump and his loyalty. Loyalty, my ass. Loyalty, the only thing he cares about is himself. I mean, he doesn't even like one of his daughters, and we all know why that is. But the bottom line is really, and he has a thing for the other daughter. I have to tell you, I have a wonderful daughter, and I have 2 wonderful granddaughters, and all 3 of us are sick over the way he acts. But anyway, having said that, Anonymous, you need to come out of the woodwork. You need to come out and save this country. You need to show the people of this country that what you can do to help them. You will get from them being forever grateful, because you are the only ones that are going to do that. You're the only ones that have the ability to go into the IRS files, pull those income tax records. And if you can't get him out of the IRS files, which would blow my mind that you couldn't, he's got a CPA. And he's got his own server systems. Don't tell me that you folks don't have the ability to get in there and get that information and show it to the world. And you need to do that quickly. Because this is not just about disgracing the office of the presidency. No. If it were just a matter of disgracing the office of the presidency, the country's been through that before. No, this is a scenario that's a matter of life and death. Donald John, that lunatic, that incompetent, that egotist, he could give away half of Europe to Russia. And don't think for 1 minute that slimeball Putin, with his little fingers, is not going to run in there and start taking the rest of the Eastern Europe. Watch him move into the rest of the Ukraine. Then watch him start pounding on the doors of Hungary and Poland again, and Czechoslovakia. And what is it that we can do to stop him? It's very simple. We need a president who's concerned with the United States of America and the world, and not his bank accounts. The only people that can save us now is Anonymous. Sure, Robert Mueller is going to do a hell of a good job. But you know what? It could take him 2-3 more years. And not only that, even if he finds things out, those slimy, whiny little bitches that call themselves Republicans, they still have to vote for articles of impeachment. And guess what? I can't see them doing that. Never mind the thought that if they impeach him, we're stuck with the Jesus freak. Forgive me, all my Christian friends, but that's really what Pence is. I mean, let's be honest. I mean, the guy is a lunatic himself. He is a religious zealot. People like Pence are no different than the Ayatollahs in Iran, and you know it. Deep down, you know it. Won't eat lunch or dinner or whatever with another woman unless his wife's there. What's he doing? It's his secretary's birthday. Oh, well, hello, dear wife. Come over here so I can take Marianne Jane or whatever the hell out for lunch for her birthday. Oh, you're busy getting your nails done. Okay, we'll wait and take Mary Jane out tomorrow then. Give me a break. But anyway, I'm digressing. The truth of the matter is, the entire election needs to be redone. If Donald John did what we all know he did and collude with the Russians to get elected, that means everybody who got elected with him is a fraud. That means him, Pence, that cabinet of, I don't know what you want to call that cabinet of his. He's got a crooked banker in his 80s on there, who's on the board. I guess he's on the board of some bank in off of the Greek Isles, and the Russian bank. I mean, it's a joke. It's unbelievable. The entire election should have been recalled. Thank you very much, President Barack Obama, for not declaring a constitutional emergency. The bottom line is we need to be saved from Trump. Regardless of how bad Pence is, and he's bad, the nation physically is better off with Pence than it is with Trump. I don't believe Pence is going to hand Putin anything on a silver platter the way Donald John will. Anonymous, it's up to you. You need to act and act quickly. So therefore, anybody who's listening to this, do me a really big favor. Do yourself a really big favor. Do every American a really big favor. Do a favor for the dead. Do a favor for every trooper that's fallen in combat protecting this country. Do a favor for the families of the deceased who fought in wars since the Revolutionary War to protect this country. Do us all a favor. Get to Anonymous and ask Anonymous to get online and get the information and plaster it all over the internet until Donald John is forced to resign and really probably end up in prison where he belongs. With that, as disgusting as it is for me to even think about Trump as president, I say goodbye. I ask you all to please, please tell your friends and everybody you know to listen to this and get in touch with anybody who knows how to open up a computer. And let's see if we, the people, can fight back, because the Republicans in the Congress aren't. The Democrats in the Congress are wimpy. And even if they weren't wimpy, there's not a whole hell of a lot they can do. No. This is a time when the people need to take things in their own hands, hands being computer experts. And this is the time when the people of this country are asking, begging, pleading with the folks that call themselves anonymous. Get online and let's free the world of Donald John Trump. Thank you and have a great afternoon. And please like this and ask your friends to watch it. Bye-bye.